Well, folks, I said I'd pop on for a half an hour to have a chat with you. I do apologise about the delay coming on. A couple of videos I was putting up on the channel, so you are all certainly welcome in. The whole two people so far. What a result today. Keeps the table at 8 points. Obviously, it wasn't the greatest game of football the first half, but we have a good bit to talk about. I put up a post earlier on the social media on the Come On the Hoops asking about what do you think of Yang, and there's been a lot of mixed opinions about Yang. So tell us where you're watching from. Hopefully it's the regular people in as well. I know it's kind of quite late. I know there's other podcast on. I said I'd pop on tonight, have a chat with you, and even if you sketch this tomorrow, you can have a look at it as well. So get the comments in so I can start navigating through them and start chatting to you as well. Tell us where you're watching from as well, and who was your man in the match as well. So that's one game down of seven to go in December. Obviously, we have Hibs to play, we have Feyenoord to play, we have Kilmarnock. Well, it's going to be Hibs, Kilmarnock, Feyenoord. Then we have Livy to play, Hearts as well in there. Well, Livy's on the 23rd. Then Dundee, and then Rangers. A lot of games. And I think it will show then who's good enough to wear the Celtic shirt and who should be transfer listed or who should be going as well. Because look at the likes of Mikey Johnson. I've been his biggest critic over the years. I've always said that he's not good enough for the Celtic shirt, and he hasn't done enough in my eyes since 2019. And I tell you, he turned the style on today and done really well. Done really well. I know he didn't score, but just his performance when he came off the bench for the second half, I was impressed with. I was impressed with O as well. Thought O held up the ball quite well. A couple of back flicks as well. Sets the keeper a couple of times. Just my worries about Kyogo. I know he provided assist today and he had a couple of chances on target and the keeper pulled off some decent saves against us, but there is concern there about Kyogo, about the service he's getting, so-called service he's getting. Um, he's not chasing the way he used to. And I think that's what Celtic are missing already, with even with Moyeda being out at the moment. I'm missing that high pressing on the likes of the wing backs for the opposition team. And we need to work on addressing that big time because we have good wingers at the club. We got the likes of Abada. We got, even though some people write James Yop, he scored today. Um, Abada to come back, Moyeda to come back. Um, Tirillo, Marco Tirillo, Attilio, whatever you want to pronounce his name. We have him to come in. We have to question Yang's ability as well. I think this is a big move for him to come from the K League to step up to a club like Celtic, and I think he's struggling. He's only has one goal so far, and it's a case that what will happen with Yang? Will he be just a case that will we give him as much minutes as he can and reassess him, send him alone in the summer if he doesn't hit the ground run this season? So it's interesting times. I just think his end product is not great whatsoever, and it's not just this game that's having me question. It's overall. I just think if I thought his best game was against Aberdeen, even though he scored, I just thought he was decent on that right flank, but so far it's just I think it's a step too good for him. And the only way players improve is players around them will help them improve. So I think the likes of Yang, if when Abada comes back and when Maeda comes back, I don't think Yang will be sniffing near that team. I think he should be gone on loan. I think a loan move would benefit him, kind of like the Scales model. So get the comments in, folks. The 7 years on. Um, we're chasing the 17,000. It's been a slow year for subscribers because I took 6 months off pushing the channel. So I'm just delighted to be back on chatting to you, putting up as much content as I can. I know some of the content is not appealing to some folk, but look, it goes up. It goes up. That's the most important thing. I have a video up about Chris Sutton destroying Chris Boyd today about Celtic's transfer policy and stuff like that. Chris Boyd doesn't have a clue. Honestly, I don't know how he is. I don't know how he's a pundit. I really don't know how he's a pundit. How's it going, Peter? What's the crack? Hope you're well. Fair play. Calling it 3-1. Keto. I think we badly missed a bad. I think I just sometimes I get my predictions right. Or we're definitely missing a bad. I just think we're missing that direct, approach with Abada, the pace as well, the delivery. I think he just knows the players around him better. And I know Yang's at the coming in this summer, and he's still getting used to it. But I just feel like he's not at that level. And I know people were commenting on the Facebook page here. They're saying maybe he needs to go down to the B team and focus with the B team. Give him a couple of games there. Could be a possibility. Could be an idea. I just don't feel I don't want you thinking I'm picking on Yang because I just think it's overall. You're looking what's on the pitch, even coming off the bench, and I don't think he's at that level yet. And I think he will get better. I picked up from many a times. I just think maybe a loan move, maybe playing a couple of B team games, getting used to Scottish football will help him. I just think he doesn't look strong enough on the ball. The same with Kyogo. Kyogo just gets pushed out the ball too much. How's it going, Andrew? What's the story? Hope you're well. I think Rogers will hamper the other wingers when they will come back. It's boring football, mate. 100%. 100%, Andrew. It is boring football. And I know we sound quite spoiled when we say it's boring football because we're used to winning trebles and used to exciting football under Ange and Brendan's at the coming. I know I've said something like this last week on the podcast, but it just doesn't feel like it's getting better. You seen the first half today. If it was very sluggish, I just feel like we're trying too much with the centre backs, and then they're trying to pick the wing backs. And if it doesn't work out, they bring up a little bit, and then they go for the midfield, and then they're expecting Callum to pull the ball in and make a run. Callum McGregor needs to be pushed up more forwards. He needs to be pushed up. I think I'm quite confident that we could bring in another six, like a number six will do a job and push Callum up because he's more effective. He's seen it today. He scored an absolute dinger of a goal. That's his first goal this season. And you go back to the old Callum McGregor. I know he's taking the responsibility on as a being a captain and pushing his team. And look, we've had good success, 5 trophies under Callum as a captain, but we need him up there more. He's more effective as an attacking midfielder. You've seen in the early days of Brendan Rodgers, even with Neil Lennon, even with Ronnie as well. He's better as an attacking midfielder. So I'm just gotta go through the comments just about the game. It was a bad first half, and I'm frustrated with the chances we didn't create. But fair play to Rodgers and change it around in the second half, and also Mikey Johnson. Mikey Johnson was a surprise package today. Celtic guy really was a surprise package. To be honest, I didn't think he was going to do anything when he came on. And my God, he proved it. I thought he done all right the other night in Lazio as well in Rome. You know, God, that tea is bleeding too milky. Made the balls of that tea. Too milky. Two sugars, too milky. Disgraceful. Should be putting a kettle on. Hail, Aiden, what's the story? I know Gaddafi's Semtex has not been a fan on the channel of Yang. He's been saying it since day one. He's been saying the same comments, and I understand that. I could see stages of it where he has not shown up, Yang, and as I said, I think the K League and the Scottish League is a massive. There's a massive change in culture of football. You know, obviously in the K League they'll get more possession and stuff like that. In Scotland, these players come over and expect it that they'll have a decent season, they'll walk, or they'll get interest from other clubs or within a year or two. And I said he's only young for it. He's only young. Let him get a bit of game time. If it's a case where Mikey starts pushing for that short with when Maeda and Abada comes back, Yang will see himself dropping down the pecking order. And then I think the likes of Forrest, I think Forrest will still be around till the end of the season or the season after because he has that deal as well. So that is where he's watching from. But it has been boring football, as I said. It was frustrating. I was watching today, like all these were sitting there first half, and I'm like, this is desperate. We're playing like a team that's in middle of the table at the moment. Like we're not even playing like a team that's top of the league. And I know the opposition do park the bus against Celtic. I understand the conditions of the pitch, and they're all organised. But like Celtic as a club should know how to penetrate these teams, especially the likes of Brendan Rodgers. I just think it's going to be an interesting 8 weeks ahead for us, regards to the fixtures, the winter break, the Asian Cup, the transfer window, the derby. It's going to be an interesting 8 weeks ahead, and we need to win every single game in December. Look at The fine art game, I do not care about it. If we can get results, all means, bit of pride. Brendan Rodgers' first Champions League home win, yes, but it is embarrassing. Europe is embarrassing. We should have taken Europe more serious. And yes, we did win the league back in April. And I understand what Boyd was saying. As much as I don't like Chris Boyd, I understand what he was saying in regards to, well, he knew this was coming. Boyd is not strengthened because at the time we didn't know who was going to be the next manager. It took about 2 to 3 weeks to get a decent manager in. And I know people have the critics about Brendan Rodgers. I understand that, and some fans will say on this podcast that we should have went for Newton or Bobo Glint, not Bobo Glint, Bodo Glint. He's a decent manager, and but we have what we have. We have the funds there, and Celtic don't need to be shy or stingy. You need to go out and invest in the squad. I mean, when I mean invest, I mean looking at about 4 or 5 positions we need to strengthen. Strengthen on the goalkeeper. Look at Joe Hart today, pulled off a cracking save at the end, but it doesn't justify. Are you confident having him as a number one in that between them sticks? I just feel like we need to go out and get a keeper, splash the cash, get 7, 8 million keeper, get a keeper that maybe 25, 26. You know, we're expanding the market. We're looking at the Portuguese markets. We're looking at you know Scandinavian markets. I'm sure we could tap into the French market as well. So there's no more chat about that guy Felipe that plays for that team Alcora in Portugal, the left back. Reported that he's valued at 4.5 million. That's why I haven't done much chat about him on the channel. Yang hasn't got it. If Mikey Johnson stays fit, he can bring a lot more to the team. I think the difference with Mikey Johnson now, what I've seen in the last few years, I think he's more matured as a player. Yes, he's been injury prone. He's not doing all that flicking tricks that he was prior to when he's first started coming to the Celtic team. And I know that's all showboat stuff. I just think getting the things right, the passes, if it's there. Like even the other night, there was a the other night he was decent when he came on. A couple of chances as well against Lazio. How's everything going in Coatbridge, Jim? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. I do agree, which as I said, you need to clear out the dead wood, and the dead wood is the James McCarthy's, the Itaguchis, the Bosa Halls, maybe the younger players. I want to keep Rockavata. I think Rockavata and Celtic, that deal is not going to happen. It's a case where when's he gonna sign the pre-contract? Will it be the 1st of January? Is he gonna go to Syria? Is he gonna go to England? Get into England? It's interesting. It really is interesting about Rockavat. I just think there's potential there, and people always keep saying you need to bring the youth through. Obviously, Celtic are not giving these youth players enough in a contract to keep them on. We've seen the likes of Karamoko going. We've seen the likes of Ben Doak going. And if these players want to go and they feel like they don't want to contribute to the club and have the patience of working hard and getting into the team. Let them go. Let them go. But at the same time, the business model, if Celtic want to bring these guys in, and we see the exciting style, look at Ben Doak, he's done well for Liverpool, you know? Yo, legend. Newton all day. That's Rogers doing a runner again, guaranteed. I think if he doesn't get back in the next 2 windows, I know that seems like a long time away. Well, the January window's around the corner. He will end up leaving. And as much as I want to see him come on, and I just think teams haven't sussed out. I think his style of football has been sussed out by certain teams. And I know some people might disagree in the channel tonight and say, Keith, you're talking a load of glue because we're top of the league, we're still 8 points clear. As I said on the channel in the last couple of days, you got to look at the other avenues, what's going on. We're out of the League Cup. We were embarrassed in the Champions League. You know, we couldn't beat Hips. We're drawing to the likes of Motherwell. We're drawing to the likes of St. Johnson at home. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I'm not expecting us to be invincible, for God's sake. Yet we might have the team there, well, so-called a team there, but like we just need to get, collect maximum points at home and not letting fans going home and feeling annoyed on a Saturday evening because we couldn't beat a team like Motherwell, which they didn't win a game for 7 games. It's just embarrassing. It really is. So we've just got to look forward. It's not going to. It's look. Hibs are going to be a tough game. I was meant to go to the game on Wednesday. I'm not going because I'm working late. But Hibs are not going to be a pushover, and that's the type of game that gives me anxiety. I get more anxiety about us playing at home now in the league than I do away. I know a few of you probably in the comments think I'm probably crazy when I'm saying that, but I actually do get that anxiety because Hibs have already got the draw off us so far, so their confidence will be up and saying, look, we just played the same style, even though it's away from home. Celtic will have more possession. We'll park the bus and then we'll try to hit them on the counter, or if we win a set piece, we'll try because they know that Joe Hart is not the same Joe Hart he was 2 or 3 years ago. He's flappy duck. He just can't get there and catch the ball or punch the ball at times. And this zone and marking business as well, folks, isn't working out for Celtic. Isn't working out. I feel like I'm watching Liverpool and Rafa Benitez days. That's what it feels like. We need to do man for man, like the old school days, and we'll have it. Um, I think he's got a lot of fresh and things on Wednesday. Get Awata in. I 100% agree with you, Dennis. Johnston, yes. Naroski and Larga Bielka can't be on the bench. I don't know what the crack is with Tilo. I don't know what happened to him. I was looking at the bench. I was like, what's going on? Where is he? And where is he? And he should be given a chance. 100%. If anyone can confirm where young Australian Marco is, please in the comments let us know. Larga Bielka. Originally, when I done the preview yesterday for the game, I wanted Larga Bielka to play. I wanted Scales to play on the left, just to change it around. Greg Taylor, good domestically. Sometimes I just feel like you're not what's next for Greg Taylor as a footballer. Like you can all say you can do the simple things, cross and defending. It's just what's the market purpose of Greg Taylor? What can Celtic benefit off Greg Taylor? Yes, he's been part of treble teams. He's part of winning cups. Like there's no end game for Greg Taylor. Like we won't be able to sell him off to a bigger team, or he's just that's his highest peak, I think. And yes, I've enjoyed his football, and times I've criticised him, and he's worked hard over the last 2 to 3 years. But I think he needs a rest. I think he needs a rest. See, him and McGregor have played every game this season in the league for Celtic. So even in the Champions League as well, I'd like to see Taylor get a rest. I would like to see changes made on Wednesday night. As I said, rotation is key with the squad because if we keep playing the same thing, they're going to be burnt out, and we will drop points. So I'm glad Mikey's on the um on the fence, folks. As I said, if you do want to join the membership for 99 pence, please do, or whatever you want to do. If you can't, it's grand. As I said, I'm just trying to build a bit of a platform to get Marius interested in the podcast. I'm going to try to do a podcast tomorrow night with Jamie again. Hopefully, we just me and Jamie. There'll be no sounds interference, and we just half an hour Celtic chat. Um, yeah, I just think the anxiety's there with regards to home games, and that's I know I sound premature, folks. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me and Mikey that as much as we should be favourites at home, regardless the teams out, regardless the amount of fans in the stadium, regardless being top of the league, there is that anxiety that we're going to drop points at home because of that early game against St Johnston, that Motherwell game. It could creep in as much as we have all the possession. I just feel like the service to the forwards, and that's concerning as well. I was thinking today, our forwards are not scoring enough goals. Our forwards are not scoring enough goals. Kyogo's not scoring enough goals. I know, you might think I'm being a bit spoiled again, thinking of last season and the season before. I just think Kyogo is not at the potential he could be. He could be. How do you sign up for the membership? So when you're watching this video right now, there's a thing below called join. You click into that and you can go onto it. If you don't see the join thing, you just click onto the YouTube channel and there's the join option there. What I'll do is I'll put it on the community wall as well after this video. And if you just want to buy it for 99 pence, I know a few a few regular people have, just do it and that way. It'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's 99 pence. You can go up different tiers, but at the end of the day, All I'm trying to do is just trying to get the funds together, and I'll be able to give something back to this as well with a Command the Hoop sticker. This thing up here. Send a few of them. So that's the end of January and plan to get that stuff sorted. Um, we also somehow have a goal scoring issue. You're taking the words out of my mouth. You've just taken the words out of my mouth. Definitely, 100%, 100%. Do you think we should start on Wednesday? Yes, because look like he. Don't get me wrong. Has scored 8 goals from coming off the bench for Celtic so far since he purchased them last season. Out of nine goals. I can't believe it's only 9 goals he scored for Celtic. It's mad to think. I think you bring O on. At the end of the day, Hibs are a really organised team. They're always the typical Hibs where they're not challenging for the top four, challenging top five. They have this managerial change, and they get these scrappy draws. And let me look at Hibs results. Sorry, Hibs. Let me have a look. Right, so they won 2-0 today. Well, 2-0 yes, 2-0 today against Aberdeen, which is a fantastic result for them. I didn't obviously what didn't on the only game where he kept eyes on was the second place team in the league, and actually they won a game without getting a penalty. Surprise, surprise, blue moon there for that. Hearts are third. Now Hearts is always going to be a difficult game, especially at Celtic Park. You get that kind of anxiety. Um, so we've Hibs at home, we've Hearts at home, we've Livy at home, and we've Rangers at home this month, folks. Now Livy have taken points off us at home a couple of times in the last couple of years. Just remember that. Hearts, we can do them. We can do them. Naismith will have this plan in his head that, try go out, smash our players up, try to break up the game, try this and try that. Typical Hearts, that's the Craig Levine tactic as well, what he tried to do today, and it didn't work out. I'm sure he had his glass of wine after getting blown away by Celtic. But what a goal by I was going to say Tommy Rogic. What a goal by Matt O'Reilly today. Very Tom Rogic style football it was. It was a good finish. Give it to Mikey Johnson. That flick was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. How do you sign up for the membership? As I said, it's if you just go into the join on the profile, I'll put it up in the community wall, and then you could just join. As I said, folks, don't be worrying about it. If you can't afford it. It's come up to Christmas. Do not worry about it. Keep your pennies for more important things, which is feeding your family, feeding yourself, getting the prezzies in. If you have the money there, it's up to yourselves. It's not. It's not compulsory at the end of the day. Kyogo seems off the boil. Love the wee man. That's it, and that's the thing. You could see his confidence is draining. It's just, I get that anxiety, Mikey. When I see him up when he gets that close 1-on-1 shot, you feel like he's not gonna hit the back of the net. And I know I sound real harsh towards Kyogo, and he's been unbelievable for Celtic since he came through the door. What a play he's been. He hasn't we haven't been that excited a striker since the likes of Edward when Edward was on prime form for Celtic. Even probably even better than Edward. Yeah, definitely better than Edward. Tough month for Celtic. Tough month, but we have the tools there. We have the squad there, and we hopefully will see Abada and Moyeda back as well. I know Moyeda's not due back to the round just after Christmas, so we'll see what happens. We were meant to have Carter Vickers back later than he was, and then he came back earlier. So let's see what our physios do and the players do. Oh, definitely. It definitely. He's had to score on some cracking goals this season, to be honest with you. Really good goals. Really cracking goals. And I have to say, Matt O'Reilly, I think he'll go big places. And I know Celtic fans don't want to hear that. But at the same time, I might put money in the club's pocket, more money that we probably won't even see. I think O'Reilly will move on. I'd say give it 18 months, he'll move on. And if the right money comes in, I think we'll be looking at a 25 million player in Matt O'Reilly. And David Turnbull, as I've said so many times on the channel, where do we stand with David Turnbull? He was actually he actually played pretty decent the first half today. He only looked like he was the only standout player in the first half, I thought. Um, his contract, there's been speculation of AC Milan looking at Turnbull. I don't know how accurate it is. That's why I haven't done a video on it. Usually I jump on the clickbait, folks. As you all know, regardless if the source is not right, I will always do a video for my opinion because I want to hear user opinions in the comments as well. I know Fabrizio Romero in any stage, but see what happens. See what happens. Callum Davis, and he done a terrific job with St. Johnston. He really did. Obviously, the two trophies that season done really well. But give it to Jamesy, James Forrest as well. Another goal for Jamesy. And I think that's 104 goals for James Forrest in his Celtic career. 104 goals. Could have been more, but obviously he was injured and a good spell of his career as well at Celtic, already on and off. So there's 22 people watching. Get the comments in, ask the questions. As I said, I'm gonna try pop on back on tomorrow night with Jamie and have a chat with him. Look forward to Hibs obviously on Wednesday. We'll do our starter lineup as well. 20th of January free St. Lawrence CSC in Drogheda, an evening with George Cadetti. See the thing about Drogheda is, man, trying to get there. It's the week before payday as well. I can't see myself going, to be honest. I just have so much going on with tracking back and forth with Dublin and seeing the kids and going back. Like, I'll just give you the perspective of my life, folks. At the moment, I know I've done a video on this about me opening up about the mental health thing. I'm in a better frame of mind since I opened up about that. My schedule is Monday to Friday working, and then Friday nights I fly back to Dublin. So I fly back about, say, 10:15. I get to my mum's house about 12:30, 12 o'clock. I'm up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock the following morning to go up and see my kids. I have my kids for about 12 to 14 hours. The following day, I have my kids for another 12 to 14 hours on top of trying to run a Celtic page, on top of trying to do video content. And then I'll be back, I'll be asleep in the next hour and a half, and I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do to fly to go to Dublin Airport and fly back to Glasgow, and I'll be in work at 7:30 in the morning. So, folks, yes, there is a lot of other YouTubers out there, and they do a lot of hard work. But come on, I'm doing, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a lot. As I said, it's very, it's very mind-boggling when you're trying to do a relationship. You're trying to see your kids to weekends. You're trying to keep up with Celtic news. You're trying to post stuff on the page. It is hard work. It is hard work. And I say to myself, people say to me, "Keith, take a break." I can't take a break. I can't. Unfortunately, when I take a break, I lose subscribers. When I take break, I lose views. I'm a very target driven person, folks, and that's how this channel works. As I said, I put videos up that might be 100 views, and I get a bit down about, and then some videos are really 2 or 3 thousand views. But it's consistency that you need, and I might not give you the best I might not give you the best opinion or the most productive voice of all the Celtic vloggers, but I'm very different to others. I've burned myself out before, man, and that's this is why I took a couple of months off, not doing all the time. As I said, I know me, I put myself to bed early enough, so it's pretty decent. I'm really sad about Shane McGowan has passed away. It's really sad, B, that Shane passed away. Obviously, it was a Wednesday. He sadly passed away, fighting a long time, being ill, losing Sinead O'Connor, losing one of the guys from the script, losing Christy Dignam as well. It's been a really, really sad year for the Irish music industry. You know, um, Obviously, I hope Fairy Tale of New York stays number one for a long time over the next 4 or 5 weeks. Phenomenal man, Celtic fan as well. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen the clip I uploaded about him singing the Brazen Head and stuff, and he done a version of a Celtic song. So we thoughts and prayers away his wife Victoria at the moment, or Veronica. It's Victoria Veronica. Apologies if I've got the name wrong. And his close loved ones as well. And obviously the band members of the Pogues as well. So really sad time. Thoughts and prayers go out. As I said, losing someone around this time of the year, it's difficult. I was there last year, lost my nana a couple of days before Christmas, and I know how difficult it can be It's the same with anyone that's on this channel. I'm sure you've lost loved ones around this difficult time of the year. But look at, we're all here to speak. Ho ho ho, hail hail. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Um so as I said, get the comments in. We have heaps to look forward to on Wednesday night. And I will be doing a podcast tomorrow night, Wednesday night as well. I'll be on after the game. Do a podcast on Wednesday night, so I'll be doing post match reaction. So I'll be straight on it. So I know there's other podcasts that go straight away, the likes of Celtic State of Mind, the likes of Boise Buzz, the likes of other channels that go on straight after. Fair play to them. But I'll try to do something different. It's up to ourselves. If we can get someone else on, I might try get another person on to do the post match reaction with me on Wednesday night. And so, folks, I just want to leave it there. It was I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Massive thank you to whoever has joined the membership as well. And please do keep in touch with the channel and keep supporting me as much as you can, folks. Have a great Monday. I shall be back to you tomorrow night, hopefully. If not, I'll be back on Wednesday night for the live podcast. So speak to you all soon. God bless. Hail, hail.